Nino was a small boy, but he had a big heart. He loved adventures very much. Every day was a new quest for Nino. He lived near the Whispering Woods. The woods were mysterious and deep. Nino was not afraid of them. He was a very curious explorer. One sunny morning, Nino went walking. He skipped along the forest path. Birds sang their happy songs. Suddenly, he heard a strange noise. It was a sad, snuffly sound. Sniffle, snuffle, kerchoo. What could be making that sound? Nino tiptoed closer to see more. Behind a very tall oak tree, he saw it. A dragon. A huge green dragon. Its scales shimmered like emeralds. But the dragon looked quite miserable. Its big golden eyes were watery. Its long pointy nose was bright red. It sniffled again, a big sad sniffle. Poor dragon, thought Nino to himself. Nino was a little bit scared. Of course he was. Dragons are very big after all, and they usually breathe fire. Lots of it. But this dragon just looked poorly. It didn't look fierce at all. Nino took a deep breath. A brave breath. "Hello?" Nino called out softly. The dragon looked up, surprised. The dragon tried to say hello back. He opened his enormous mouth wide. Nino braced himself for a big roar, or maybe a blast of hot fire, but instead a tiny sound came out. Choo, went the dragon. It was a very small sneeze for a big dragon. No fire, not even a spark, just a puff of smoke. The dragon sighed a smoky, sad sigh. "My name is Sparky," he wheezed. "I have a dreadful cold, you see." His voice was rumbly but weak. "I cannot breathe fire when I am sick." He pointed to his red, stuffy nose. "All my fire is stuck inside me." Oh dear, this was a big problem. Nino felt very sorry for Sparky. A dragon who couldn't breathe fire? That was like a fish who couldn't swim, or a bird who couldn't fly high. Fire was what made dragons, well, dragons. Sparky looked so glum and dejected. He drooped his big scaly head sadly. Nino knew he had to do something. Nino remembered old village tales, stories his grandma used to tell him. She spoke of a special magical berry, a fireberry, bright red and warm. It could cure any dragon's cold, she said. It could make their fire burn bright again. Nino looked at Sparky. Then he stood tall. "I will help you, Sparky," Nino declared. Sparky's watery eyes widened with hope. "You will?" he croaked, his voice full of surprise. "Really? But it is a long journey." Nino nodded with firm determination. "Yes, we will find the Fireberry." So the boy and the dragon set off. Their great adventure had truly begun. Together, they would face any challenge. The Fireberry grew on Mount Cinder. Mount Cinder was far, far away. First, they came to a wobbly old bridge. It swayed over a rushing, gurgling river. Sparky was too big and heavy for it. "I will guide you," Nino said bravely. He found strong stones for Sparky to step on. Carefully, slowly, they crossed the river. Next, their path led through Sleepyhead Pass. A grumpy old badger lived there. He snored very loudly in his den. "We must be quiet," Nino whispered. He held Sparky's big claw gently. They tiptoed past the badger's burrow. "Snore, snore," went the badger. "Whew!" They made it through without waking him. The journey was long. Sometimes it was tricky. But Nino and Sparky helped each other. Nino's small size helped him scout ahead. Sparky's big wings sheltered Nino from rain. They shared stories and little jokes. Soon, they were not just quest partners. They were becoming the best of friends. And finally, they saw it. Mount Cinder. Mount Cinder was tall and craggy. At the very top, something glowed. Bright red berries, the fireberries. They shimmered like tiny captured flames. "There they are," Nino cried with excitement. But the slope was steep and rocky. Sparky, with his cold, was still weak. "I will climb up," Nino said bravely. Nino was a good climber, nimble and quick. He found handholds and footholds carefully. Up, up, up he went, higher and higher. Sparky watched anxiously from below. Nino reached the patch of glowing berries. He picked the biggest, reddest, warmest one. It felt like a tiny sun in his hand. Success! He had the fireberry! Nino carefully climbed back down to Sparky. He held out the magical fireberry. "Here you go, Sparky," he said, smiling. Sparky looked at the berry, then at Nino. He took it gently in his big mouth. He munched it slowly. 1, 2, 3, choose. Everyone held their breath. What would happen? Then Sparky took a deep, deep breath. Whoosh! A magnificent jet of fire. Bright, warm, and perfectly dragon-like. Sparky could breathe fire again. Hooray! He roared a happy, fiery roar this time. He danced a little dragon jig of joy. "Thank you, Nino. You saved me," he boomed. Nino grinned. He felt warm inside too. Helping his friend Sparky had made him feel very brave indeed.